Hello everyone's. I'm here for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 9 episode 18. Now before we get into this review, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, and make sure your notifications are on. So we're going to start off at the Bailey agency. Cynthia, she's getting ready for her fashion show. She already had her fashion show in California. Now it's bringing it home to Atlanta so her girls can see her fashion show. Now we got Sheree there because, you know, KAIRO was supposed to be walking in the fashion show as well. But Sheree getting there asking all kind of questions like, okay, what kind of press we gonna have? Oh, no, boo-boo. Atlanta press, that's too small. I'm thinking bigger. I'm gonna need people from New York. I'm gonna need people from Los Angeles. I'm gonna need people from Paris. I need the whole world here. Now, Sheree, this isn't your business. I know you trying to get KAIRO's exposure out there, but remember, this is his first fashion show he's ever walked in. Remember this, okay? And then she got the nerve to ask for compensation. Now, Cynthia done already told you we will give him a bag for walking in the show, but he will not be getting any type of money. A lot of the other models are not getting any type of money. This is to get them out there. She don't care about the other models. She's caring about KAIRO. But we've already gone over this. Did we forget? Because they showed it. I know I remember when Cynthia said, no, he will not get any compensation. He will get a handbag for walking in the show. Like, he walked down there one time. What did you think? She was gonna give you $1,000 for him to walk, you know, with this this backpack on his shoulder? And then when he got there, he didn't really know how to walk. He was confused with what to do, and you even look like, oh my goodness, my baby, he don't know how to walk. But we still gonna go with this, and I still think he should get compensated. But I'm like, I'm gonna need you and your managerial stuff that you got going on to sit down. So Portia and this baby nub, she's trying to get things together in case she and Todd do have a baby and something goes wrong. So she's typing up things, trying to get Phaedra in on it. But Phaedra's like, I don't even think that you should have a baby daddy. I think you should wait and get married and then have a child. But when she and Todd meet later on, y'all, I kind of understood where she was coming from. But her mind frame was, the last time I got married, things went wrong and he turned into somebody that I didn't even know. He kicked me out of our house. He left me with no money. I don't want that to happen again. So if we do happen to get pregnant before we get married, I want to make sure that my baby is financially taken care of. You know, you taking care of, you know, schooling, taking care of, you know, insurance, you know, making sure the baby is properly taken care of. If I want to take the baby out of the country, I can do so. If I want to put the baby on Instagram, I can do so. She's just looking at this, I don't want to up and get pregnant and you be like deuces and you not want to take your responsibility. I mean, of course she could take him to court and make him do that, but she doesn't want to do that. She want to have things ready now. Like, I don't want to go into this and then things go wrong. I want to know now, are you willing to take responsibility for this? But he's basically like, this seemed like all stuff about you and not the baby. But she was like, I'm thinking about the baby schooling. I'm thinking about the baby being taken care of. Of course, I can take care of a baby myself. But you as a father, I want you to have that responsibility as well. And I understood where she was coming from. But I don't think she and Todd are there to where they need to be talking about that. Like, yes, that used to be your boyfriend back in the day. But y'all just now getting back together. And I understand where she's coming from, but I just think that they should wait on trying to get pregnant. So Cynthia and Phaedra meet up, and Cynthia, you know, she wants to know how Phaedra's going through. She's like, I know how what's going on, girl. Like, I'm going through this divorce right now, and I didn't really want to have a divorce party celebrating the breaking up of my marriage. I didn't want to do that, but I understood that Kenya was coming from a good place. And Kenya, she was just, okay, we're just gonna watch. We're just trying to be fun and have fun with it. Maybe she could have went about it the wrong way, but I don't think she was coming from a bad place. Kenya has like turned completely around this season. A few seasons ago, Kenya was not my favorite person. Like, besides this, what she going on with Ty, not Ty, what's her name, Matt. Kenya has really turned things around, and I think it was coming from a good place, but I don't think we should have called it a celebration of the divorce celebration. That's what I think where they went wrong. But Cynthia wants to know, like, girl, how you handling things, because you don't really talk to us about what's going on. The only person you talk to is Portia, and Portia told us that your divorce is final. Yeah, I don't know what's final or not, because one minute she's saying it's final, then we heard that it's not final, that, you know, she didn't, like, misspelled names. I heard that somewhere. It may be, like, I'm gonna just say allegedly that she was spelling names wrong, and they still to this day are not divorced. But I'm like, what does it matter? Because not Todd, but Apollo is with somebody else right now. So why are you still on this I'm married but I'm not? But I guess it goes back to when she first came on the show, when she didn't even know how many months pregnant she was until, like, it was time to deliver the baby, and she trying to say she's 5 months, and the doctor like, girl, quit lying, you finna have this baby right now, you were not 5 months on. Just go ahead and admit it to your mama that you was having sex before you got married and you got pregnant and then y'all got married. Just go ahead and do that. So I guess she been lying about when she got married, so I guess she gonna continue to lie about when she got divorced. Y'all, apologize for me and being greasy and all. It was hot out today, like very, very hot out today. I know that is nobody's excuse. Sorry again about the lighting, but my room where I usually film at, the light is still messed up, so I have to do my video in my dining room. So I'm just going to apologize. So it's the day of the fashion show, Cynthia's Cargo Line fashion show. We 4 hours from the fashion show. She and Noelle and her business partner, they're there. We get to an hour before the fashion show and KAIRO is nowhere to be found. And she didn't let everybody know. I'm going to need y'all to be there on time. Now, y'all, I know that Atlanta is big. I know this because I've been to Atlanta a few times. It is big. So I'm just, maybe it's just me, but if I have to be somewhere, say this started at 5 o'clock. If I had to be there at 5 o'clock, I was going to leave my house around 2 because I don't know how the traffic is going to be. I live in Houston, and it could take, if you're going from, I tried to go to a restaurant yesterday to celebrate my auntie-in-law's anniversary. It took us, no lie, 45 minutes to get there. I've only been in Houston for a few months, and I've never had to take 45 minutes to get anywhere from any of the cities that I've lived in. So I'm getting used to now Houston, and I know that traffic is messed up because we're on the highway. This is like a few months ago. I know this ain't got nothing to do with the show, and I'm like, why is she talking about this? But we talking about being late for stuff. No lie, this is what, November? We were going to the same restaurant we was going to yesterday. And we left early. But we're on the highway, remember? And we are stuck in traffic for like an hour because we go from 5 lanes. Then they kicked us down to 4. Then they kicked us down to 3. So we call ourselves getting off on the feeder side and going and bypassing the highway. But then the feeder was like, no, boo, we having construction over here. We end up down to 1 lane. Now, my fellow Houstonians, we was on Beltway 8 going towards Humble. And we was going for like maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to say maybe 30 minutes. Breaking down from 5 lanes to 1 to eventually there was no more construction. I'm telling you, Houston is, every time I turn around, they are working. I'm appreciating working on stuff, make sure things are working, but like not when I'm trying to get somewhere. Like it took us like an hour and a half to get there, and I knew we was gonna be late, but thank goodness we wasn't. But anyway, back to this. KAIRO, you old enough to know to be on time. So Sheree, I'm gonna get at you, because no, KAIRO, it's like an hour. We don't know where KAIRO is. KAIRO done already left the house. Sheree's like, oh, he's not there. He left before me. And then when she get there, she's being shady like, ooh, I heard water up and I thought it was sewage. No, you did not think it was sewage. You being messy, you being shady. But look here, Sheree. Cynthia, her fashion show had actual merchandise. When you had your little fashion show, you had designs on the wall because you couldn't get your stuff together. So before you sit here and talk about what she got going on and where she decided to have her place at, which I thought it was cool. It was like a very like industrial type of area. Not industrial, but like very artsy. It was like graffiti on the wall. It was like in the underground. It was, I loved it. You probably just mad because you couldn't get your stuff together. You worked that whole time on She by Strike. Did you ever finish She by Sheree? Because you just now finishing Chateau Sheree. And I think She by Sheree came at the same time. Are you still working on that? And while you over here worrying about what Cynthia got going on, you need to be worrying about Kenya. Because I had to rewind. I was like, was Kenya licking her lips when KAIRO walked by? You need to be worrying about what she's doing and why she's licking her lips instead of worrying about where Cynthia got her fashion show that actually happened. Okay. Phaedra, you said you didn't want to be messy and working with Johnny because, you know, he used to work for Kandi. But you sitting all up in there with him while he with another lawyer. And it'd be one thing, it's like, I ain't going to work for you. You're going to have to find somewhere else. You found, you know, gave him a recommendation to somebody to go to. But you sitting there all up in a meeting. Still, it seemed messy, like you wanted to find out some more dirt about what's going on with Kandi. Kandi ain't did nothing to nobody this whole entire season. People been coming from her left and right. Now we got her ex-employee coming over here talking about it was his idea for the restaurant. He went to Kandi and was like, look here, I want to open up a soul food restaurant. And she was like, that sounds like a good idea. I'd like to have some place to invest in some money. And he was like, would you be a silent partner? And she was like, cool. Then like 6 months later, she's like, look here, me and Ty, we gonna open up that restaurant on our own, and I'm not gonna be your silent partner. We just gonna do this ourselves. Now he's talking about the play Mother Love was his idea as well. I'm like, hold up. I'm gonna need a timeline on this because Mother's Love, that was like 2 seasons ago. So if she already stole an idea from you, why would you go to her with another idea? That's why I need timelines on this, because like if somebody done already stole an idea from me once, I'm not gonna go give them information for a second time for them to steal it for me. And like Kandi, she is a businesswoman, so I know that she had contracts up, down, left, and right saying how much you was gonna make and how long you was gonna work for her. So I need to know, are you just like, you not only you want to sue her, but you want to be on TV to defame her character? It's like, it's bad enough Portia's already going around talking about some Kandi and Ty. Well, I heard from like third generation people, like I heard from Aaron, who heard from Paul, who heard from Paul's ex-girlfriend's stepsister's niece's uncle, that she was going to try to drug me and rape me, you inside. See, this whole situation with him, I'm giving him the side eye. Because they had already talked about, you got paid for the time you was going to get paid. You had other interests that you was more interested in, so we decided to like part ways with you. But now you salting in your feelings, and I need to know why. Kenya. Now, I'm going to try for this to be the last time I talk about you and Matt. Now, I know that you trying to let bygones be bygones, and you trying to be friends with Matt. But I think you sending this man mixed signals, and he is not the one that you send mixed signals with. This man done already broke into your garage, left a bloody trail, then spray painted over your security cameras like he was going to come back and do some things. He was already at the window and slapped some man, your driver. He's already doing all things, busting out walls in hotels, at houses. He's doing too much for you. You need to just stop playing games with him. I can see, you know, she being mad with him 1 minute, and the next minute she want to talk. You done already scared and sending security on him 1 minute, but now you want to sit here and talk with him. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, I was nervous. I was scared for Kenya because it's King's birthday, and I guess Matt is King's daddy, so he wanted to, you know, come and celebrate the puppy's birthday. Anyways, so they get to talking, and she storms off down the hall. And for a second, I was like, is that a protection team like taking lighting so they can make sure they get a good light on what's going on here? Because there was too many people walking down that same aisle where they was headed to. And I seen a man with a light. I'm like, really, Bravo? Y'all doing this? Y'all carrying the light so y'all can get a good shot of this? Okay. But he was sitting there on the steps with his hand in his head rocking, and I was like, he's doing that. I'm finna snap rock. And I was nervous for Kenya. I know they probably had security right there because when he's filming, security is on point, but I was still nervous because like he looked like he was gonna Hulk out at any minute. And then he got to talk about some, 1 minute you calling me and the next minute you not. We just had sex in my car like last week, and y'all know that she didn't confirm or deny that. So I'm going to need Kenya, you need to cut all ties with Matt. Matt has continuously showed you that he has unstable tendencies. He's already showed you that he is quick to anger. And it's going to be going from him busting out windows and walls to him hitting you. And I don't want that to happen. So I suggest you just wash your hands completely of Matt. Matt, you stay away from Kenya, because you keep on coming back and she keeps on doing these things. At some point, you're going to have to realize you need to stop. So that was the gist of everything that went on. Now, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or read a response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.